Welcome to part 2 of our run through Hard Crusade. We're up to the interesting bit, which is 10 battles through, and we have a team that's comparable to our own, so level 55s across the board, and we've already had a couple of runs at this team, and it's decimated us. Well, we still probably would have been able to get through, but it's done enough damage that we won't be able to continue our team forwards. And so we've got a couple of other options that we can try. We're certainly going to be taking in our Death Mage, and we don't seem to be really getting that much value out of our Wandering Spearman. I'm a little bit concerned though, if we leave Death Mage at the front, even though I probably would choose her because she's full health and can trigger her ultimate straight away, she's still going to cop a spear from Commando, which means she'll get stunned. It's probably worth a go anyway. What we might do as well is keep Succubus in the team, but we won't trigger her ultimate straight away. We'll try and wait for Mystic's ultimate to start build up and piggyback on the back of that one to go through. Now, I'm also going to try a thought experiment, which is Silencer. I haven't run him in a team against Hard Crusade before, but if anything, this opponent is going to be the one that Silencer should be able to do a lot against. But I really don't know how he's going to go. He's not really built up, but I've put a little bit of skills into the one that takes away energy. So, if that works out, that'll be great. Now, who else do we need? We could probably just pull in just some extra armor penetration, just because we want to drop down that team so fast. We've already got 2 ultimates, so Succubus and Mystic, to be able to use. I don't think we really need to burn through another ultimate at this stage. Yeah, that's probably looking okay. Or actually, we could even just take out the Frozen Mage ultimate at the same time. See, 3 ultimates is more than enough. I think what we're going to do is just try that. So Mystic straight away. Death Mage straight away too. Follow all that up. Wow. Still so much damage. Now that's most likely Old Curse doing that, because the second tier line has fallen away so quickly. Silencer, I don't think I really got that much value out of him at all. So it's possibly a nice experiment. This is not really the team to be mucking about with those, so take him out and let's see what else we can do. I still think that we should be hiding either behind someone like Ironhoof or Monkey, but they're the first 2 that we tried and we just got destroyed. Ironhoof probably fared better, but Monkey just went down super quick. Possibly because the lead out. So no, the Commando, Ironhoof should really be able to stop that early spear. So I'm expecting that that's probably going to be our best bet anyway, is taking Ironhoof through. But who have we got to be able to support? So if we'd have 3 ultimates lined up, maybe we even need a 4th. So we really should be able to drop the team using that composition, but we're going to be quite weakened in terms of ultimates for the next couple anyway. But I think we're getting to the point where we need to try something like that anyway. So do we bother about an Ironhoof ultimate? Actually, we have no one to be able to heal up Ironhoof. This is either going to work so quickly that Ironhoof doesn't need healing, or we need to actually pull out somebody and bring in Spearman. Another option is to just accept the damage and try to prop everyone up at the end just using Chaplain. That may be the better option anyway. Is to try that. Is to assume that we're all going to take a bit of damage. So keep Chaplain until maybe after Ironhoof's front comes down. He's down enough that he can actually take up Chaplain's ultimate pretty quickly anyway. Trigger off ultimates. Protection down. Okay, so we've dealt with the majority of the team. Our Chappie ultimate certainly has gotten us through that part, and we're really going to expect Phoenix to come back and Warchief to come back, and they're going to be fine, I think. They're probably going to do a fair bit more damage through to Ironhoof, and because we don't really have any extra free heals on him, he might be down at about 25% by the time we're done. It's going to be a little bit annoying. Oh, well, that's actually fine. He's going to go for Death Mage instead. I'm actually quite happy with that. So there we go. That was much better. Team comp. So Succubus and Death Mage doing all the damage, really. Mystics was probably just the ultimate, and that was about it. This really is the most fun part of the game, I believe, is Hard Crusade, looking at a team and try to unpack it and try to get through with minimum resources used. So batter up, let's go again. Level 52, so at least we're actually over-leveled on top of this team. But it looks fairly solid up front. So Ironhoof and Warchief coming through at the start. And in fact, actually, there's not much going on at the back. Windmaster, usually we can get teams down before Windmaster can get her ultimate off. We haven't really had that many machinists. A 1-star machinist. Yeah, this team could actually be a bit softer than what the other one was. Actually, quite a bit softer. And in fact, we may actually be able to go just with Death Mage at front, and then let's see what we can do from behind. Is there anyone else that requires some good old happy juice? Probably our Chaplain. I really like them to be absolutely maxed, because there are some times when you go into a battle where you really just need to be able to kick that ultimate off straight away. I'd like to have Monkey King. I'm still... No, see, I don't want him to be sitting in front of Death Mage. Death Mage should be able to hit this or keep a lot of this damage herself. Do we actually need an ultimate ourselves? Well, with Warchief there, we can still probably get it back. Alright, so I think what we're going to be able to do is... Yeah, we'll take in an ultimate, and hopefully she's got enough time to bring that back. And really, we just need extra damage, I would say. And it's really just Mystic sitting in there means I'd rather have Succubus do the ultimate rather than Windmaster. That said, I prefer Windmaster's ultimate. The knockback is just amazing, especially when it's manually triggered. You can actually time it to get all sorts of things out of the way. But in this case, I think we're still actually going relatively well, actually. We're actually quite flush with ultimates and health. So we're probably just looking for someone else to complement. Really just another magic would be great. Okay, so I think this is going to be fine. Just going to trigger that straight away. Oh, that was pretty silly actually. I didn't see Iron Hoof. Okay, so Iron Hoof coming in at the start means that we need to have a bit of a delay. Can we expect the Death Mage to last through the first 5 beats? Yeah, I would say so. I am going to get a fair bit of damage coming through onto Frost Mage though, so she's probably not the best of candidates if she's not going to sit there and do anything but just open up a bit of armor penetration. Okay. I did build up Pilot really just to be able to complement Shadowleaf, but I have found that his ultimate has been rather handy in the last match. What we can do is just try to just get that to land after all of his immunity goes down. No. Even though it was a lot of damage, it didn't actually take out any of the back line. And we've probably charged up Windmaster for her to get her ultimate off. So that was a poor move. So let's have a look at this team composition again. Iron Hoof has got the opening protection, and the War Chief is just going to start wailing on him at the start. So pretty heavy at the front, but not that much guts past there. Windmaster we don't want to actually touch until we've pretty much gotten through that front though. So no, see, we don't actually want to we just want to hit the front line harder. Or we take down the lot at once. I'm going to try Monkey Chief and see what happens, see if we can actually turn around any of the parts. I think though he's just going to get smashed. So this is just a bit of a thought experiment at the moment. Trigger that. Oh, once again it triggered while Ironhoof was doing his thing. Well, Monkey's actually come out relatively unscathed. Oh. Just a Windmaster arrow. Let's try that again. I think I might even be able to trigger our Monkey King. Okay, we have Windmaster turned, which would be great. There, use that arrow the wrong way. Okay. So we've gotten through that relatively unscathed. A little bit disappointed that Succubus is down that far, but really it's not that much of a deal. We do have Chaplain already charged up. Pick up a Death Voice. Excellent. Okay, so new challenge. 12 of 15. 54s to 52s. Another Monkey King on the other side. And also a War Chief. So War Chief, last to the end. Necromancers. Necromancers don't seem to be really that effective, but they're just a right royal pain to play against though. They can just, it's almost like a bit of a random target against your own team. Sometimes it's the front, sometimes the second front. I haven't really sat down and worked it out. But the single target rip really hurts. Apart from that, yeah, I'm not really that concerned about having them have a chaplain. We're going to be doing so much damage earlier on that by the time even if she does get off the heal, she's probably only going to be healing 2 characters, possibly her, then Commando at the back. So really we just need to unlock a way of getting Monkey down and War Chief quick enough. Alright, now there is something about Monkey is that if he doesn't get off the shadow which sits behind everyone, and as long as Oldcurst and Succubus are facing the right way, they can really destroy the images really quickly, and so then Monkey King just becomes exposed and gets taken down rather quickly. So what we're going to try to do then is just see how well we can execute that then. So Death Mage triggering pretty quickly at the front. We're going to try to get Oldcurst and Succubus to be able to contain and control any of those illusions and just get right through to the back team pretty quickly. Now we're going to take in our own chaplain because the rest of the team is requiring a little bit of sustenance. And we probably have enough time because War Chief is going to be popping out that we'll probably use a Succubus ultimate. And do we use an Oldcurst ultimate as well? I think we could certainly give it a go. We might even just open with Oldcurst. Missed my heal. I think we're pretty close though. I'm going to try that again. Open with Oldcurst. Try to get Death Mage also going. As soon as the frost kicks in, fire off our Chappie ultimate to be able to heal everyone back up. And if we're really still struggling, we can redo and then just try to get the Succubus ult to happen at the same time as well. So stunned. Enough time to be able to get off those. Wow, getting really low though. Yeah, going down. Okay, so the team composition at the moment, we're getting everyone within a breath of Oldcurst, and so it also means that all of them should be taking sustained damage. So Oldcurst is definitely doing the job at the moment. I think what we really just need to do is get a little bit more damage output at that time when the ice kicks in. So let's have a look. Yep, so 4 ultimates, probably as fast as we can. Keep Chaplain until ice kicks in. We're also going to try and get... Wow, so much damage. So at this point it's likely going to be team down for them, but we're still nowhere near getting through this unscathed. I don't think it's even worth resuming. I think we're just going to retreat and have a look at the team comp again. Okay, so War Chief sitting at the front is going to still pound away on us. Commando is probably the one that's giving us the most hassle though, because we can't trigger off our Death Mage quick enough. Yeah, we really need to get someone in front of Death Mage. Now we could actually use either our own Monkey or our own Iron Hoof. I think what we need to do is bring in Iron Hoof and at least just see how much we can sustain through that. So what we're going to do is fire off all 3 middle ultimates, so Succubus, Oldcurst and Death Mage, in fairly rapid succession. We're going to hide behind Iron Hoof as much as possible and then get everybody up to speed with Chaplain. Just not dying fast enough. Okay, so Ironhoof is still sitting at the front and he's stopped the arrow, but yeah, we're just not able to do enough damage in that limited window. So I'm probably going to expect then that Monkey is going to give us a better sustain of damage mitigation then. So because he's going to get hit at the start, it might be worthwhile just seeing if I can just sneak in. No, he's going to get stunned even before he starts. Okay, that's actually wrecked the team quite well. Oh, wow. Warchief decided to just come back up and smash Succubus straight away. But we're so much better off than where we were in any other against this team. So I think we're really, really close. So let's think about it a little bit more. So Monkey is going to get hit with an arrow, so he can't trigger off fast enough. What we might do this time is get Old Curse to fire off as fast as possible and then wait for his to land before triggering the rest. So I'm going to give that a go. So while everyone's away, we try to rebuild. Didn't work anywhere near as well. I don't think we got anyone in the back line. I'm not sure whether we got them in the back line the first time. But actually, that damage on Monkey is probably worse than the damage that we had on Succubus last time. Okay. We're really, really close. Okay, I think we can go back to triggering them as fast as possible, but Old Curse just slightly in front of the rest, or actually Old Curse and Death Mage as quickly as we can. And now heals. Yeah, that was good. Much better. So we just need to see what happens now with Warchief. Looks like he's actually been taken aback by... Oh, actually no, he's been... looks like he's been taken over. He's been charmed. Yeah. Much more happy with that outcome. Monkey and Death Mage holding their own at the front. And Succubus actually really chiming in quickly. I'm surprised that Old Curse was kept that low. Yeah, that's actually really surprising. So we're up to the final phase, and I'm expecting these teams to be superior to us. Okay, 56s and a 4-star Phoenix. So it looks like we're in for a whole world of hurt if we let this team get anywhere near ultimates. I really don't like Vengeance as well. It's almost like the same as an Old Curse ultimate. Just keeps us down and lets them wail on us and not worry about any stuns or locks or anything like that. Apart from that, the team is relatively slow, but backed up with a commando means that it's going to be getting to ultimate stage a little bit quicker than expected. Now, because we've only got 3 games left, what I'd like to do is just bring in Phoenix. Who's going to make way? Any of the ones that are down, I think we'd be able to make way for Phoenix. And we're going to trigger that ultimate pretty much as soon as we start, and Deathmaid's ultimate as soon as we start, and be able to ride all that through. Now hopefully Warchief is going to come back and we'll get enough for Phoenix to be able to get maybe, over half of her energy back, that would be excellent. Be an excellent outcome. So let's give it a go, trigger both, and hopefully we just watch the team melt. Monkey down at the front. Now, I definitely want to keep Monkey alive, so the rest of the team really was just a bit of a thought experiment. So Monkey certainly doesn't need to be there. I didn't see, did they have Commando? Yeah, they did. So once again, we can't really just leave an exposed Death Mage at the front, but we're actually so close to the end, we can actually burn someone. For example, Captain, she can sit out the front and take all that damage at the start, and we can just go, oh, that's fine, bye-bye Captain. Okay, so try this again. We still want just a little bit more health on Chaplain, but getting so close to the end, she's a little bit of dead weight. It's probably going to be fine at the moment, though. In fact, I could probably even trigger all three of those ultimates as quickly as I can. So looking at the back line. Okay, back line went down, yeah, that's good. Alright, so let's see what's happening. We have Phoenix that's just about to come back, that's all good. War Chief's about to come up to give us a little bit more extra juice. Chaplain is already maxed. And Old Curse, he's taken a bit, but he'll probably be able to get through a battle even just with that amount. So we're looking really good so far. Once again, the Captain was just a throwaway as well. So I think we're all fine. We'd like a little bit of time on the Phoenix to be able to get that back. It looks like we'll oblige, although, man, Old Curse is the target. That's really painful. Just in time. Now, Old Curse is pretty much taken out of the game because of that, but I'm quite happy about that purely because Phoenix got complete ultimate back, and that's going to be very, very useful in the next stage. Okay, so let's see what we've got. 57s, and coming up against a 59 opponent, so he potentially could have fielded 59s, although let's just see whether it will come out that way. Okay, so we have Monkey and War Chief up the front. Once again, Monkey makes things a lot more complex, and Vengeance sitting in there to stun our team means we really want to get things over and done with quickly, but then I guess we're always going to be doing that. Because they're 2 levels above our team, I'm also expecting that we can't just blast through with our ultimates, apart from one, which is our Phoenix ultimate, which we already have ready to go. So I think Old Curse has done his dash. We do have an ultimate ready for Chaplain, which may be handy. But I think, yeah, no, we're going to keep her in there and try and just support a couple more ultimates to go down. So if we bring in our own Commando, we'll be able to stop that War Chief from getting close enough. But we still need someone else to sit in front of our Death Mage so we can trigger Death Mage as fast as we can. Do we have another Fall Guy? Sort of a bit of a waste. I really do like Savage 1. Actually, we could probably take an Iron Hoof. In this case, he's going to take that arrow. If Chaplain gets off the hill, we might be able to survive with him intact, but even if he goes down, at this stage, that's going to be fine. Alright, so we're going to be triggering Death Mage and Phoenix pretty much straight away. There may not be another battle for Commando, and so we may as well trigger her ultimate fairly quickly as well. Chaplain will just chime in when things are looking pretty bad, and Actually, Ironhoof may as well join in with an ultimate as soon as he can as well. Okay, so especially because we've got Commando at the start, we want ultimates to go off before her buff is finished. So really, timing isn't going to matter too much, I don't think. Just trigger them as soon as they're ready. And team down. And the great thing is we can walk away with a heavy Ironhoof, but, oh, wow. And that's a rather unfortunate coincidence, which is that Phoenix is so low that she didn't actually get to pop and get healed. But she's actually taking in part of her ultimate. But it will require health, and her health is so low that it's kind of ruled her out of the next battle. Final battle. Okay, what have we got? 56s. Okay. Because it's down on what the last battle was, I'm actually expecting this team to be much more complete and quite likely maxed out as well. And it's actually quite solid team comp as well in terms of damage output. So once again, we really just need to just hunker down and get things done fast. It's a little bit of a letdown though compared to the other two teams. This is probably it's probably going to be the easiest of the battles, I would say, especially because we can just throw everyone at them. So Ironhoof may as well be there at the front to try to stop any extra incoming damage. We can get Death Mage off, no problems at all. Chaplain, we don't need at all anymore. We could probably get extra speed just by taking in Mystic, wherever he is. And we can also then support our two favourites. Oh, Olkos is down so far. Yeah, this is probably going to be at least a good run. What we want is just massive amounts of magic damage and just try to truck it down straight away. So once again, triggering all